Welcome back, guys. When buying a computer or laptop, you should focus on the main components and features that affect performance, durability, and usability. There are so many options available in the market from different brands with various specifications, features, and price tags. It can be daunting to choose the one that best suits your needs. So, here's a clear checklist of what you must know before buying your next computer. 1. Purpose of use. Before you start looking at specs and prices, ask yourself this: what will you be using it for? If you're just looking for something to browse the internet, do some documents, watch YouTube videos, then you don't need very high specs. However, if you're going to use it for business or programming, you'll need a stronger central processing unit, good amount of RAM, and good SSD storage. If you're into gaming, graphics, video editing, you'll need a high-end graphics card, powerful CPU, and a good cooling system. And if you're looking for something for travel or students, then lightweight, portable size, and long battery life are more important. This will help you narrow down your options and make a decision easier. Number 2. Key specifications. Now let's look at some of the key specifications. 1. Processor. The processor or CPU is the brain of the computer. Everything you do on your computer is processed by the CPU. So it's important to get one that is powerful enough for your needs. For normal browsing and document work, a good dual-core processor should be enough. But if you're going to be doing any serious multitasking or running demanding applications such as video editing or 3D rendering, then you'll need a more powerful processor. Both Intel and AMD make great processors. Intel Core i5 is a good place to start. If you want to do more intensive tasks, then consider an Intel Core i7 or i9. Both AMD Ryzen 5 is a great option. And if you want something more powerful, then go for Ryzen 7 or Ryzen 9. Keep in mind that the higher the number, the more expensive it will be. Also note that these days many new computers have started using the latest 12th generation of Intel Core processors and 5nm Zen 3 processors. These chips offer better performance than older generations and are highly recommended. No. 2. RAM. RAM or memory is another important consideration. It affects how many programs you can run at the same time without slowing down. If you're just going to be using your computer for basic tasks, then 8 GB of RAM should be enough. But if you're going to be doing more demanding tasks such as business, programming, multitasking, or moderate gaming, then I would recommend at least 16 GB of RAM. And if you're going to be doing heavy gaming, design, or video editing, then you might want to consider 32 GB or more. Number 3. Storage. Computers come with two types of storage, SSD and HDD. SSD stands for solid-state drive and HDD stands for hard disk drive. An SSD is much faster than an HDD. It has no moving parts and it's more reliable. Plus it's lighter and quieter. It's more expensive per gigabyte of storage, but it's worth the extra cost in my opinion. Most new computers now come with an SSD as the main drive. So when you start up the computer, it will boot up quickly. And if you're installing apps or saving lots of files, you won't have to wait long for them to load. And also it works well if you have a lot of tabs open or a lot of programs open at once. Having more RAM helps too. However, if you want more space for your files, you may still need an HDD. So some computers come with both an SSD and an HDD. The SSD is usually smaller, like 256 GB or 512 GB, but it's fast and responsive. Then the HDD is bigger, like 1 TB or 2 TB, but it's slower. It's cheaper though, so if you don't mind waiting a few seconds for your files to load, it could be a good option for you. Number 4. Graphics card. The graphics card or GPU is responsible for processing all the images and videos that you see on your computer screen. Most modern CPUs come with an integrated graphics card that's made by Intel or AMD. This is enough for most people who are just using their computers for basic tasks such as browsing the internet or working on documents. However, if you're going to be doing anything more demanding, such as gaming, video editing, or 3D design, then you'll need a dedicated graphics card from NVIDIA or Radeon from AMD. The better the graphics card, the more realistic and smoother the images and videos will look. Number 5. Battery life. If you're buying a laptop, then battery life is important. How long can the laptop last on one charge? If you're buying for students or travel, then you might want to look for a laptop that can last for 6 to 10 hours on one charge. Of course, this depends on how you use the laptop. If you're doing something more power-hungry like gaming, then the battery will drain faster. Gaming laptops usually get around 3 to 5 hours of playtime on one charge. No. 6. Display size. Laptop displays come in a variety of sizes, usually between 13 and 17 inches. Smaller laptops are more portable but have smaller screens. Larger laptops are less portable but have larger screens. It really comes down to personal preference. I like a 15-inch laptop because it gives me a good balance between portability and screen size. But if you're traveling a lot, then you may prefer a smaller 13 or 14-inch laptop. Now, 7. Resolution. Laptop displays also come in a variety of resolutions. Full HD or HD is the most common resolution, and it's more than enough for most people. However, if you're going to be doing any design or editing work, then you may want to consider a higher resolution such as 2K or 4K. Number 8. Ports and connectivity. When you're looking at laptops, it's important to pay attention to the ports and connectivity options. You need to make sure that the laptop has enough ports to connect all your devices such as a mouse, keyboard, monitor, printer, and so on. It's also important to check that the laptop has the latest Wi-Fi and Bluetooth standards. Wi-Fi 6 and BLUTOTH5 are the latest standards. They offer faster speeds and better connectivity. Number 3. Build quality. A sturdy build means that the laptop will last longer and it is less likely to break or get damaged. Good brands include Dell, HP, Lenovo, ASUS, Acer, Apple, and MSI. In terms of laptops, Apple MacBook is generally considered the best because it has a very sturdy build and it is also very user-friendly. However, they are expensive. Number 4. Operating system. When you're choosing a computer, you need to decide what operating system you want. The 3 most popular operating systems are Windows, macOS, and Linux. Windows is the most popular operating system and it's compatible with the most software. So it's a good choice for most people. Mac OS is only available on Apple computers, but it's a great choice for creative professionals such as graphic designers, video editors, and musicians. Linux is an open-source operating system that's gaining in popularity. It's a good choice for developers and tech-savvy users. Here are some additional tips. Number 1. Read reviews. Before you buy a computer, read as many reviews as possible. This will give you a better understanding of the pros and cons of each computer, and it will help you choose the right one for you. No. 2. Check the return policy. Make sure you understand the retailer's return policy before you buy. In case you buy a computer and it turns out to be not right for you, you should be able to return it without any hassle. Number 3. Don't overspend. It's easy to get carried away when you're shopping for a computer. Don't buy more computer than you need. If you're not going to be using all the features, it's not worth paying for them. Number 4. Buy from a reputable seller. When you're buying a computer, it's important to buy from a reputable seller. This will give you peace of mind knowing that if anything goes wrong, you can return it or get a refund. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Please like, comment, and share to Tech Info Tips. For more tech stories and tips, stay safe out there.